Well, I wouldn't exactly call it a wall of fame, more like a wall of felons. In one way or another, these bloodletters bad men, even Bonnie and Clyde, had a run-in with the Fort Worth police. And these arch-enemy artifacts are all on display here at the Fort Worth Law Enforcement Training Center. These days, they call it the Public Safety Complex. It's a huge labyrinth of long hallways, crowded classrooms, and the curious echoes of sour notes.
Lift that finger up.
Somewhere still. I think somewhere.
Blow harder.
You got to get it right, and you got to focus. Oh, it's killing cats.
Yeah, the first time somebody tries to play that, the sound just comes out terrible. When people are learning this, the first thing we do is put them on the practice chanter.
It's like a recorder, that you, in elementary school, everybody kind of
Learn how to play the recorder.
learn how to play the recorder. All you have to do is just drop it naturally, and it should be there.
It's a day of intense training for these Fort Worth police officers. Jason Back is a veteran of law enforcement, and along with Officer James Gray, they are assigned today to teach the finer points of playing, of all things, the bagpipes.
I'm a Fort Worth police officer assigned to the motor unit within the traffic division.
A Fort Worth police officer assigned to the West Division. Everybody that's in there are all police officers from our police department.
There you go. They're there because the deep-seated want to make sure that families are taken care of during time of need, during time of grief.
It's become a touching tribute during a time of tragedy. In any given corner of America, the funerals for first responders are forever linked with the tearful notes of the bagpipes.
And there's a lot of bagpipe history in the police and fire departments. It's an emotional instrument.
You feel that? You feel it?
In the classroom next door, officers are teaching students the rhythmic percussion of the drums. Paired with bagpipes, the Fort Worth Police Department Pipe and Drum Corps are called last minute to funerals across the state.
When we get called for a funeral, we send out invitations to the other pipers and drummers in the state and have them come and help us. We could get help from Border Patrol, DPS, San Antonio, Houston, Austin,
El Paso.
On a hot May afternoon just outside Midland, longtime Sheriff Gary Painter, the beloved towering figure of law enforcement in West Texas, is escorted to his final resting place.
Gary Painter, I watched him growing up. He was my sheriff, and that meant a lot to me. We were down there earlier this year playing a Midland police officer's funeral, and the sheriff's department saw us doing that. And I'll never forget, Gary came up and we were talking about the bagpipes and law enforcement and everything. And I told Gary, I said, you need us for anything, you let us know, we'll come down and help. And who knew that it was going to be Gary's funeral?
His own funeral. Yeah, we're sending our brother to heaven, or we're helping him get there, however you want to look at it. But we're also there for the family, for the family within the police department, because just, you know, they're grieving beyond belief.
When that officer goes down, you guys are hurting too.
Well, sure, you know. I mean, there's officers, you know, the Euless Police Department that lost one
It's 2016.
2016. I know some of those officers over there, it's still, they couldn't sit here today and talk about it. I don't cry around my kids. I mean, there's just things that I don't do. That's just the way I was brought up. But this is just, it sets something off in your mind. It's something, it does something to you. It takes a special person, one, for you guys to sit in here and for us to do this, for you to even want to do this, it takes a special person. You've got to have the want to make sure that that family's taken care of. Out of 20 students in there, we might get 3 bagpipers.
Maybe.
If we get 3, we did our job, because it's a tough instrument.
It's symbolic of the fact that the one that's gone is going their separate way. And in the bagpipe world, not only is that one going a separate way, we're carrying that person to that place. We're taking the soul and helping them get to heaven.
Echoes carried across the Texas landscape beyond the call of duty, landing in the treasured memories of those gathered here to say goodbye. Today it's West Texas. Tomorrow, well, it may be hundreds of miles in another direction, another city, to provide the soundtrack for what some call the perfect tribute.
When me and James are retired and gone, and I guess maybe too old to blow up the bagpipes, hopefully we've instilled in this department a legacy to keep this going, because we can't be here forever.
There will always be a need for it, unfortunately.